Tennis is often seen as a sport of glitz and glamour. Most people could only dream of a lifestyle that many of these tennis celebrities live on. Some of these players live very luxurious lives with some very attractive partners. In today's video, we're going to discuss some of the hottest girlfriends and wives of tennis players. First up, we have Chiara Passari, whose relationship with Russian tennis player Nick Kyrgios is the type that Netflix could make a drama series about. The two were rumored to have started dating in 2020 when Kyrgios was forced to go back to his hometown of Canberra due to the COVID-19 pandemic. For the first few months, everything seemed to be going well up until 2021, which saw a series of online events which made the two's relationship status a bit unclear, although the couple had appeared to have broken up after Chiara posted screenshots of them arguing and many posts were deleted. On Kyrgios' birthday, she turned around and posted multiple romantic pictures of them together. Regardless of the couple's rough patches, they are seemingly great to look at, as Chiara is absolutely stunning with her long black hair and beautiful green eyes. Next up, we have Jelena Jojovic, who is not only drop-dead gorgeous, but is also known for having a heart of gold. Just like her husband Novak Djokovic, Jelena grew up in Serbia. In fact, they both met each other in 2005 at their high school sports academy. Never did they think they would be together, but Jelena went on to get a scholarship for Bocconi University, worked in human services and marketing, and now is the national director of her husband's foundation. The couple officially tied the knot in 2014 and has now grown their family to have 2 children. And since Novak started his professional career, Jelena has always been there in the stands to cheer him on. Contrary to some belief, not all tennis players' wives and girlfriends sit on the sidelines watching their significant other. Some get out there to show them how it's done, which is exactly what Flavia Pannetta does. In fact, in comparison to her husband, Fabio Fognini, Flavia has amassed quite the tennis career. Although retired, some of her biggest accomplishments in tennis include being the Grand Slam champion in both singles and doubles, becoming Italy's first top 10 female singles player, and being the first Italian to be ranked world #1 in doubles. When speaking on her and Fognini's relationship, the remarkable 39-year-old said that their long friendship ended up taking a romantic turn during a training session in Barcelona, and the rest, as we know it, was history. Next, we have Beck Hewitt, who, to many Australian tennis fans, needs no introduction. The ravishing and loving partner of former world #1 Leighton Hewitt first rose to fame when she picked up her role as Hayley Smith Lawson on the hit TV show Home and Away, which aired from 1998 to 2005. Then, venturing into the world of pop, Beck released her first and only album in 2002, as it was critically slammed across the board. After a while of dating, the former actress and Leighton finalized things and got married back in 2014, and have since then welcomed 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. Following Hewitt, we have Maria Francisca Perello, who is married to tennis star Rafael Nadal, also known as Shiska. She currently works as the project director of strategy and relations with institutions for the Rafa Nadal Foundation. In fact, the 33-year-old has a business degree from the University of Balearic Islands and has in the past worked as a sports marketer in London. An interesting fact about Maria is that she and Nadal first met through Nadal's sister, and they started dating in their teens. Eventually, the two finally made it official and got married in 2019, of which the King of Spain attended, interestingly enough. Up next, yet again, we have another former model. Unlike most of those listed today, Mayu Machi is a bit camera shy. Of course, she was known as Ako Mizuki back then, the girl from Kobe Collection and Tokyo Collection. The 29-year-old Japanese hairstylist and former model had a rather private wedding with Japanese professional tennis player Kei Nishikori in December 2020 after dating him for over 6 years. And from the looks of her Instagram photos, it seems like the couple recently welcomed a baby. Next up, we have Miroslava Vivrinkova, who is married to tennis legend Roger Federer. Better known as Mirka Federer, she is a former top 100 ranked tennis player herself. The 43-year-old who migrated from Slovakia retired back in 2002 due to a persistent foot injury. Earlier, she met her future husband Roger Federer during the 2000 Summer Olympics and even shared a dorm room with him. Roger then pursued a relationship with Mirka, despite some advising him otherwise. After retiring from from tennis and any other sport, Mirka became Roger's PR manager and later got married in 2009. Since then, the two have had 2 sets of twins, boys as well as girls. The next girlfriend of a tennis player we have is Jara Mariano. Known as an American model, Jara is absolutely stunning. The 36-year-old, who is of Hawaiian and Korean descent, is a multicultural billboard for almost everything, including fashion, swimsuits, and more, pulling it off every time. Jara has had quite the modeling career, making headlines for some of the biggest modeling labels, of which include Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated. She was first picked up by a modeling agency at the young age of 15, hence she has traveled all around the world before meeting Spanish professional tennis player Fernando Verdasco. The two broke up a few years back, and Fernando has since married someone else. But with that aside, Jara posts on Instagram every once in a while, filling her feed with staggering photos of herself. The only thing more desirable than Belgian chocolate is this Belgian model. Standing at 5'11", Camille Ringwar is quite the sight. She was first scouted at the young age of 13 at a supermarket and now currently works out of Belgium and in the Big Apple. Camille has had a very successful career in modeling, getting featured on Elle, Sports Illustrated, and Marie Claire. The 29-year-old, who usually adds a bit of spice to Instagram and struts runways, started dating Canadian professional tennis player Milos Raonic in early 2019 and has since then shared some great memories with. Unlike some of the tennis players' wives or girlfriends who happen to be models, Jordan Thompson's girlfriend, Brittany Hockey, is actually a radiographer. As a matter of fact, the 32-year-old has a Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science, specializing in diagnostic radiography, and is interestingly enough an emergency radiographer that works in the COVID frontlines. However, where many may know her from is The Bachelor or even the Malibu Crush. Having a rather interesting dating history, Brittany first met Thompson on a dating app for celebrities called Raya. The two made their relationship official earlier this year in February on Instagram. Along with that, Brittany frequently posts on Instagram of her many adventures, along with some cute pictures of her and Thompson. Next up, we have Brooklyn Decker. Some may recognize the blonde beauty as the hot physiotherapist Sam from Battleship. Decker is originally from Ohio and started her modeling career in her teens with prom dresses. She then grew her career and was featured on the cover of multiple different fashion magazines, some of which include Teen Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Victoria's Secret, Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and GQ. Along with modeling, she also tried out acting in TV shows and movies and was named one of the 100 hottest women of all time by Men's Health. The 34-year-old first started dating American former world #1 tennis player Andy Roddick in 2007 and went on to get married in 2009. The couple have since grown their family, adding 2 children. Talk about having a hot model for a wife. Well, like some of the other tennis players we've mentioned, Tomas Berdych too has a wife that happens to be a model. Esther Sadarova started modeling at a younger age and was soon signed by 3 different agencies in Spain, Malaysia, and Italy. One of her many accomplishments is that she has appeared on the covers of Cosmopolitan and Marie Claire. But aside from her modeling career, Esther stays active on social media by posting beautiful photos of herself, her outfits, and even some of her husband Thomas. Speaking of, the 29-year-old model started dating him back in 2011. Then after a few years, they got married in Monaco in 2015. Esther is also known for being a very supportive wife, as she frequently goes to Thomas's tournaments to cheer him on. Last but not least, we have Danielle Knudsen, who may be small in structure, but certainly not in beauty stakes. Though they're not together anymore, Danielle used to date professional tennis player Milos Raonic, who is one of the most successful Canadian singles male players in history. The couple were together for over a year, but called it quits a few years back. The 32-year-old bombshell, as it comes to no surprise, is under the Sutherland Models label and spends most of her time strutting down the runway for multiple designers. As a matter of fact, Justin Bieber even posted a photo of her guest model cover shoot on Instagram, which is when she really started to become more well-known. Nowadays, she keeps her over 500,000 followers updated on her life by posting various modeling photos along with some personal insights. With that said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching!